Hello everyone and welcome to our video series on Learn German Grammar. In this video, you'll be learning when to use the preposition in and when to use its forms im and ins. We'll be doing a few examples and in the end there'll be a small exercise. You can download a free worksheet based on this lesson from our page on patreon.com. So let's begin. In, im, oder ins. The most important thing to remember here is that the preposition in is a Wechselpräposition. That means whenever there is an action or movement, it will take the accusative case, whereas whenever there is a position, then it will take the dative case. You can revise wo oder wohin by watching our videos on the same. The links are given below. Let's first look at a few examples. Was magst du in den Ferien? Here's the next example. Es ist sehr warm im Sommer. And here's another example. Wir gehen ins Kino. Kommst du mit? All these three examples have the preposition in, but in various forms. In, im, oder ins. Now let's learn when to use which one. Die Präposition in. Let's first look at the use of in as a lokale Präposition. Ich wohne in Berlin. In this case, you're talking of the position. Wo wohnst du? Since Berlin, being a city, doesn't have an article, you will just say in Berlin. But if you're talking of a place that has an article, this article will be dative article because we are talking of position. Then you will say Ich wohne in der Schweiz. The article die Schweiz will change to der Schweiz. Let's look at another example. Sie heiraten in der Kirche. Wo heiraten Sie? Since we are talking of a position, in will take dative. Die Kirche will change to der Kirche. Let's look at the next one. Sie wandern gern in den Bergen. Wo wandern Sie gern? In den Bergen. The plural article die will change to den in dative. Now let's look at a few examples where there is movement involved. Morgen fliegen wir in die Schweiz. Wohin fliegen wir? Since there is a change of position, the preposition in will take Akkusativ. Hence, in die Schweiz. Similarly in the next one. Wirft den Müll in den Mülleimer. Wohin wirft den Müll? In den Mülleimer. Der Mülleimer changes to den Mülleimer in Akkusativ. For feminine and plural article, die does not change in Akkusativ. Wir gehen in die Kirche. Wohin gehen wir? In die Kirche. In is also used as a temporale Präposition. When used with indefinite articles, then also in doesn't change. For example, in einem Jahr bin ich 18. Here's another example. Wir heiraten in 2 Wochen. Sometimes you also use the preposition in with some fixed verbs. For example, sie hat sich in ihn verliebt. Here you should learn it as sich in jemanden verlieben. So these were a few examples where you would use only the preposition in. When in comes together with the dative article dem, then it changes to im. Only the articles der and das change to dem in dative. And when does in take the dative article? Whenever we are talking of a position. And the question is wo. War heute sehr lange im Büro. Wo war heute? Im Büro. The article for Büro is das. Das changes to dem in dative. In plus dem will give you im. Let's look at another example. Sie sollten im Bett bleiben. Wo sollten sie bleiben? Im Bett. Even as a temporale preposition, im can be used. For example, with months. Im Oktober fahren wir nach Paris. There are some very few cases when you wouldn't bring in and dem together. For example, in this one. Wohnt in dem Haus, das man von hier nicht sieht. This is possible only when you are making a Relativsatz or when the article dem is replaceable by the pronoun these. Now let's see when to use ins. Ins is the combination of the preposition in and the article das. In this case, in is taking the accusative article. That means there will be a movement. For example, gehen wir heute ins Restaurant? Here's another example. Im Urlaub fahren Sie jedes Jahr ins Gebirge. So whenever the preposition in comes together with das, you use ins. Der Fluss fließt ins Meer. Ins is also used with some fixed expressions. For example, Sie haben das alte Projekt ins Leben gerufen. Here's how you can understand the difference between ins and im. Ich gehe ins Büro. Ich bin im Büro. In the first case, there's a movement, so you will ask, wohin gehst du? In the second case, there is no movement, so you will ask, wo bist du? In the first case, you will use the accusative article with in, whereas in the second case, you will use the dative article. In some cases, you just use in and das separately. For example, in this sentence. In das Kino möchte nie wieder gehen. This happens only in the cases where das is replaceable with these. Great! Now let's do a small exercise to see how much you have learned. Übung. You have to fill in the blanks with in, im, oder ins. Do remember, whenever there is movement, preposition in will take the accusative article, whereas with position, it will take the dative article. Here's the first one. Since München is a city, your answer should be, wohnst du in München? Let's do another one. And your answer should be, wollen wir heute in die Disco gehen? Here's the third one. In this case, in is being used as a temporale preposition. The article for Urlaub is der. Hence your answer should be, was magst du im Urlaub? Now let's try to do the next one. In this sentence, there will be a movement, since the verb is gehen. The article for Bett is das, so when in and das come together, you'll say, geh bitte rechtzeitig ins Bett. Now let's do the next one. Wo war ich gestern? Ich war gestern 3 Stunden im Supermarkt. And here's the last one. And your answer should be, sie schreibt ihr Examen in diesem Jahr. If you want to practice some more, you can download a free worksheet from our page on patreon.com. The link is given below. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Danke! Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos. You can click on the bell to receive notifications whenever a new video is uploaded. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen!